Welcome back to EFL Round Up. Let's start with League Two. Salford, another loss, not looking good for them. Bad start to the season. Bristol Rovers, if you haven't seen it, look at the videos. There's a player, his name is Bobby Camwa. He done what I can only describe as the Emmanuel Adebayor. That historic run he scored against Arsenal for Man City, and he made the run all the way down the pitch and celebrated in front of the fans. That's what he done to the Newport fans. He's getting absolute daggers thrown at him. Check out if you haven't already. But that was a great game, 5-3. And there was another game which is I'm personally very interested in, as if you've watched the first video, you will know. I've got Tom Ince and Will Volks in my football blackjack team, and Tom Ince is off the mark. He got a goal, which I was absolutely buzzing about. I'm hoping that he's not going to get too many, but it's a good start. We're off the mark. If there's anyone, I didn't watch loads of the League Two football, but if there's anyone that stood out from you from this weekend, jump into the comments, let me know. Let's go into League One. Bromley, come on Bromley. Mate, a draw against Cambridge. I actually watched them last season play Cambridge at home. They come up with Bromley. They're a decent side. It was, I'm butchering his name every week, guys. If someone could tell me actually how to say his name. Adaboyejo? Boyejo? Oh, I don't know. He's in my team as well for League One. He got 2 in 2. Absolutely buzzing about that. But great result for Bromley. And I know they might be looking at those sort of games and thinking that's where we can get 3 points. But look, it's not a bad start to the season. Leicester. Jeez. They're getting an absolute baptism of fire. Welcome to League One. Losing at home to Burton. Sending off for Ollie Skip. I'm a Spurs fan. I was a bit pretty gutted when I saw that. But crazy to think, like, they're really struggling. They're really, really struggling. There was a couple of other games that I watched as well. Leyton Orient with an away win against Wigan. And again, good for my football blackjack team. A Camrich scored. Absolutely buzzing for him. He's a good player. He's a really, really good player. I think he's someone that if he has a good season at Leyton Orient, he could break double figures. Only time will tell. We'll see. Again, guys, let me know if there's anyone that I missed. See, Oxford won away. Brannigan, mate, he always pops up with goals, doesn't he? Was there any other games I looked at and I was like, ooh. Luton drew against Notts County. Fair play to Notts County. They're giving it a good go. Let me know if there's any players that really stood out from Gameweek 2, or any teams you looked out for. Ooh, they're pretty decent. Let's move on to the Championship. Look, I cannot talk about Gameweek 2 without talking about Don Ballard. Is that goal of the season already? It might well be goal of the season already. What a goal. If you've not watched it, please go and find the video somewhere. Some sort of like back flick volley. Oh, kind of reminds me like Olivier Giroud used to do for Arsenal. He had some of those. But yeah, what a goal. Check that out. Genuinely, I think it could be goal of the season. I don't know how you can get better than that. What else went on? Another Millwall win. And it was their new guy that got 2 goals. Arconte, their French player that they signed this summer. It looks like Aziz might be out the door. Let's see, there's a little bit of time left in the window. But they may have already found his replacement. 2 goals. Millwall flying high. Wolves. I want to talk about Wolves, and there's a really important reason. So I went to a football event on Friday the 21st, and this was for the opening of the Premier League season. And I got talking to a guy, really nice bloke, who's a Wolves fan. He goes home and away, and he said to me, mate, we've not won away I think it was since April 2025. So they beat Man United April 2025. Since then, bearing in mind we're August 26, they've not won an away game, a competitive away game. They won at Preston. And he also gave me a tip and said, Fernando Lopez, he's bulked up and he looks really good. Mate, 2 goals. It's like it was meant to be. He spoke about the away wins. He spoke about Fer Lopez. I watched the highlights. He looked really sharp. He looked really good. Pleased for the Wolves fans. They're going to be a really tough team to beat. So, yeah, I just thought about all those fans that travel so long every weekend, the commitment for their team, and they've not seen an away win in that long. Wolves fans, that one's for you. Well played. And the London derby, West Ham losing to Charlton. What a shame. Oh, mate. And Campbell, that's 2 goals in 2 now for Tyrese Campbell. Fair play to him. He was linked with a move away literally only a couple of weeks ago in the transfer window. But I've seen reports that he might be staying there now at Charlton. And I think they really, if they're going to survive and push on, they need to keep hold of players like that. But West Ham, this is the thing. No game in EFL, let alone the Championship, no game in the EFL is easy at all. But losing to Charlton, that's got to be a sore one. The other games that I looked at that were really interesting, Blackburn beating Borough. They actually played quite well against Wolves on the opening game, Blackburn. I think most pundits, most fans have maybe written Blackburn off and said, that's it, I don't think they're going to survive this season. They've started okay, right? Tony Mowbray is a good manager. He's got them working in a system and they're doing well. They beat Borough 2-1. I mean, I don't think most people would say they were going to beat Borough, but fair play to them. Borough spent decent money as well. Lancashire, Whittaker were up front. Sarmiento got a goal. But it's Blackburn that came out on top. Good Johnson again with a goal. Is that 3-3, 2-2 in the league. He's a decent striker for them, and Todd Cantwell, captain there now. Fair play to Blackburn. I think they're absolutely smashing it. Great start for them. Southampton did win 3-1 as well. Larin got a goal. Galbraith got a goal for Stoke, actually. I saw that. Fair play. He was quite an expensive signing for Stoke, which I don't know if I can justify that money, but popped up with a goal. And Mubamba got a goal. I think he could be someone that in the future is going to be a really, really good player. He's a big physical presence. He just needs to score more goals. Last year it was 5 at Stoke, but he got his first goal for Southampton whilst being on loan there. Guys, again, is there anyone that I've missed? Are there any players that had a great game week 2? Are there any teams that looked really sharp? I can't be across all the games. It'd be great to hear from you, the fans, on what your thoughts were on game week 2. Jump into the comments. If you like this content, please subscribe, and we'll be back every week, which is a bit of an overview of the week. If you haven't already, check out some of our other podcasts as well. We speak to some ex-pros, EFL, Premier League. We're just trying to grow our football community. Thanks.